はい、皆さん、こんにちは。林です。本日はですね、昨日の、CEO のですね、ケニースに続きまして、本日はですね、インドネシアに在住のですね、チームリーダー、ケビンさんの方をですね、お招きして、対談の方を、お届けさせていただこうと思います。本日の内容にご興味の方は、最後まで、ご視聴ください。それでは早速始めていきましょう。Let's get started.Okay, so today I'm going to introduce Mr. Kevin. He is based in Indonesia and he's in charge of all the operation of our Shopee business. So, hi, Mr. Kevin. So, please introduce yourself and also explain your main role for our business.
Hello to all potential Japanese clients. My name is Kevin, and I'm currently a leader operations for Shopee Marketplace, focusing in Indonesia, Taiwan, and Singapore. What my day-to-day managing process will normally be around looking through the reporting, looking through the market trends and research, and I'm also managing the PPC campaign as well. So making sure that the campaign spending and profitability is optimized and providing continuous feedback in a weekly and a monthly basis. So I'll be looking through everything that is happening in the Shopee marketplace and the team as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. I can already tell that you are very knowledgeable about the numbers or the marketing. So I'm very happy that you're going to be the team leader for our entire clients. Okay, so my next question is, since you're dealing with the consumer in the multiple markets, are Singaporean consumers different or difficult to deal with compared to other markets? And then why the Japanese clients should use your service to conduct the customer service and the operation on Shopee instead of what they do by themselves from Japan?
So basically, we do think that Singapore consumers are more detailed when it comes to buying something. So I believe that there is never going to be a difficulty as long as we are very knowledgeable about the product and the service, and we are patient enough to deal with the consumers. So I believe that everything will go smoothly before and after sales. So there should be no issue in dealing with the consumers. And the reason why we would say that we are more capable compared to Japanese merchant dealing it by themselves is because we can actually reply to the consumers more quickly within a 1 to 2 hours time frame. And we also offer more options if the consumers want to self-collect from the office instead of purchasing it online, and dealing with the returns if the product seems to be not as what they expected. So because of that reasons, I think we do provide more options and flexibility to the consumers. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm super confident about your team because I'm managing 2 companies right now. I don't personally have any time to engage in the Shopee operations, but Kenny's and Kevin's team, actually, you guys are doing outstanding job. And thank you very much for all the comprehensive operations for us. And I'm very confident that we can also introduce your service to the other Japanese potential clients. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so my next question is, what are the top 3 factors to be successful Shopee business in Singapore?
When it comes to successful Shopee business account, we do really value highly in profitability and sustainability. And when it comes to these factors, we do really think that the product and innovations really need to come in from a brand for it to be very sustainable, because nowadays there are a lot of products launched, new competitors, a lot more people are selling nowadays. So brands should also be more aware of themselves of, what's the product, how's the product is adapting nowadays, any new things to be bringing. So product should be really, really good to be sustainable. And the second thing is the interactive pricing and promotions. So whether you are a big brand or small brands, shopping in Shopee, in marketplace, in the Southeast Asia marketplace, promotions will always be something really important to be implemented throughout the way, because as I've said, a lot of competitors as well, they're giving out better price. So we need to stay on the edge. Yeah. And maybe the third thing would be the creative part. So the image and video listings should be paid more attention as we grow. Sometimes we might need to adjust the listing to be better, to make it more updated. So this will definitely improve people's trust when purchasing the product, and in the end, it will lead to a good conversion rate for the store. Aside from these three factors, I do think that maybe reviews, the amount sold, and actively nominating the campaign will also be a really good factor to improve your store as a whole.
Okay, yeah. So as Japanese clients onboard to your service, we can have some like monthly meeting with the clients, and then you can kind of give them some advice based on analysis or based on the first a few months performance. You can kind of give them what we should do, the future plan, that kind of stuff, right?
Definitely, yeah.
I'm very confident about that as well. Okay, so my next question is, you are currently managing our Henson shaving operation in Singapore. Can you screen share and kind of show us a little bit of what you do on a daily basis?
Okay, can. So basically on a daily basis, I'll be looking through the whole account as a whole. So I'll be making sure if there's any Shopee events, a Shopee campaign that we can nominate, and we will also be looking through at these tools. So before we implement all of these things, we need to do the planning as well, right? So making sure that the discount and the vouchers are actually being implemented well, right? Okay. So this thing we will be looking through it to ensure that what we have planned has been done properly, like the vouchers, something like that. Okay. And on my end, I will be handling more onto the PPC side. So basically, this is like a Hanson shaving, and we have been doing it for a few months already. And I'll be showing you the past 3 months of how we are managing the PPC account at the moment. So basically, over the past 3 months, it's a very, very healthy return on ad spend here. So what we will be doing here is basically we will be doing a campaign structure, like setting up a shop advertising and an SKU advertising. So this SKU advertising, we will actually do the search and the discovery selections. Normally, we will be conducting an optimizations every 3 days to a week. So for example, let's say for 3 days, we'll be checking through the insight of the keywords that we have actually inputted in, and we will be able to see like what are the top keywords that are actually converting a lot. So for example, if we see that this keyword and this keyword is converting pretty well and the ROAS is actually really healthy, right? Then we will be actually amending the keyword bidding to slightly higher to scale up. And if we see that the keyword is spending a lot but there's no sales, we'll be adjusting it, the bidding, and if it turns out to be not so well again, we'll be updating a new keywords to the PPC campaign. So that is how the optimizations will go. And looking through the PPC, normally we will be importing the data weekly, okay? The report that we personally have created. So basically in the reporting side, we actually have 4 at the moment, okay? So every single week, we will actually be inputting the numbers to understand like, okay, how are we progressing? Should we need to scale up? Should we need to control it? So basically, these are the ads section, just the PPC side. And once the PPC side is ready, every month, we will be inputting this to the profit report, to the revenue report. Every single month, every single week, you'll be able to see in detail what are the profit and the numbers. And we will also be recapping it here in a whole year of 2024. What are the revenue and the profit, as well as the promotion. The promotion, like what type of promotion are actually giving us the best sales. So by this data, it will be sufficient enough for us to make the decisions. So once we have the revenue report, we can also see the product report. We also see the product report one by one through product performance. So in here, we will be adding them one by one in here, in this product and in this GMV and everything. So we get to understand like what products, what category are selling the most. So once we know the numbers, once we know the product, then we will conduct it in this analysis sheet. So this product category is selling really well at this price range with this promotion. Let's scale it up. So that is how we actually move the data in detail. So that is basically what I am overseeing as a whole in these operations for the Shopee marketplace.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin. So I can clearly see that you guys are operating the operation in very data-driven So that's very, very good. You are monitoring what kind of events that you guys can join. You are managing the PPC, and you are also watching the vouchers or the discounts, so that I'm very happy to see the peak of your operation, so that Japanese audience can definitely see that you guys are operating in the very data-driven way. So thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so yesterday Kenny said that the reason why he built a team in Indonesia, because Indonesia is also the huge potential because of the population size. So my next question is that Hansen is getting very steady growing in the Singaporean market. Should we also start looking into the Indonesian market anytime soon? If so, why? Give me some explain whether I should go into the Indonesian market anytime soon.
We do really think that Indonesia has a really huge population. It's almost about 40 times larger than Singapore. So we do really see that there's a huge potential to launch our product in Indonesia. But there is just one thing to note, that even though Indonesians consumers are quite price conscious, but Indonesians' mindset about Japanese product tend to be really, really positive. When they hear a Japanese product, they will feel more trusted and they will love to buy more Japanese product compared to the local product because of the quality. So we believe that it is really possible to launch in Indonesia, but it might take times. And a lot of marketing needs to be done to build up the brand eventually. Yeah. So there is just a huge potential in launching in Indonesia. Yeah. Okay. As long as the product quality is top notch. Yes.
I'm very excited to see that our collaboration with you, not just ending in the Singaporean market, but we are also happy to work with you for different markets. So I'm pretty sure that it's gonna happen anytime soon. Okay, so next question is, say for example, anyone can list on Shopee, and then of course the Japanese audience can choose to set up the store and then sell to Shopee Singapore from Japan. But why Japanese clients should consider using your service and then launch the product on Shopee Singapore?
So we do think that the greatest advantage that we are offering from our services is because we are a local seller in Singapore, and the shipping cost that we opt for is a lot more cheaper, which is around $1.90 for shipping, and that can be paid by the consumers or it can be paid by us as well. So there are a lot of flexibilities when it comes to the local sellers. Aside from the cheap price, the shipping is also very fast. Right? And if you actually collaborate with our services, you don't actually have to pay for the import VAT, the tax, and a longer waiting times. Right. And concerning about, the products turn out to be not as what they expected. So if the consumers want to return or want to exchange, we will be able to provide them more flexibility. So in the longer terms, our service will be much more focused on the consumers. Consumers will be much more happy because of the flexibility that we offer. And maybe on the last note, there are just a lot of benefits when you are selling under a local seller, because you get to have like a marketing support, like a account manager from Shopee themselves. And basically we will be given more benefits. If you're local sellers, you'll be given more access in the marketing tools and stuff. So that's why I do really think that instead of setting up yourself where there are a lot of limitations, you can just approach a local sellers like us to help you navigate through all of these issues.
I think that's a very good point. Thank you for that. Okay, my last question I have is, there are a handful of listing agency in Singapore or maybe in South Asian region. Why should the Japanese audience or clients pick your service compared to others?
Maybe it's because of the value that we have as a team. So our value is very driven to data driven, and we are very detailed when it comes to managing the whole process of Shopee store management. So we don't actually just listen to the client like, we want this and that and we just do it for you. No, we really try to treat it, your brand, just like it's ours. So imagine that this is your brand, but we treat it like, what if this brand is my brand, my personal brand? I will take it care very, very properly, right? So maybe in the execution level, we do execute it, we do set up the store and everything, just like what we have said before. But then the maintenance, the management will also be focused really, really well. So it's just not a one-time process, but it's going to be continuous. It's going to be better for the clients and the company as well. We really think long-term when it comes to building collaborations with the clients. And maybe secondly is because we also have a lot of advantages. For example, like if we think that the Singapore business is doing really well, we also have a past experience of expanding the business to Taiwan, to Indonesia. So that really opens up a lot of opportunities for the Japanese clients as well. I think that should be some of the winning point from us when it comes to being a good agent. Yeah.
Great. Nice to hear about that. I'm very confident about introducing your service to the Japanese audience. So please say hello to the Japanese clients at the last, and then we're going to end the call.
Hello to all potential Japanese clients. I really hope that these explanations will convince you, and we are really happy if we could get a chance to be able to talk to the Japanese clients as well. We are really happy to help people grow. So if this means that we can grow together, then it will be happy for all of us, right? And we are really looking forward to working and collaborating with you, and thank you so much.
Alright, thank you, Kevin さん。はい、皆さん、本日もですね、動画もケビンさんのね、知識が非常に高い、まだね、すごく若い方だと思うんですけども、まだ私もね、フェイス2フェイスではね、お会いしたことないんですけどもね、いつか私もインドネシアの方に行ってね、ケビンさんのチームにぜひね、お会いしたいと思うんですけども、非常にですね、我々も任せてますけども、非常にね、分析とかもしっかり出してくれますし、レポートもしっかり出してくれますし、プロモーションとかもね、しっかりやってくれます。本当にね、これだけのチームをですね、日本で用意しようと思ったら、相当コストかかると思うんですけども、今回我々のこのですね、JB、ジョイントベンチャーのね、サービスに乗っかっていただくとですね、私のようにですね、特に何もしなくてもですね、勝手にショッピーでの販売っていうのは進んでいきますし、ラザダも私も始めてますし、それから今後インドネシアとか台湾、そういったね、マーケットもですね、彼らのチームで一本でですね、進んでいくことができる。これね、非常に私にとってもですね、包括的なサービスとして非常にね、いいなというふうに思ってまして、今回自信を持ってですね、私も一緒にですね、この県のチームとですね、日本のブランドオーナー様とのですね、東南アジア展開のサポートをね、させていただきたいなというふうに思っていますので、ぜひですね、詳細の方はですね、このリンクにあります、この Zoom のセミナーの方にですね、お申し込みいただきまして、詳細の方を聞いていただければなというふうに思います。それではですね、本日のコンテンツをですね、以上とさせていただきます。ご清聴いただきましてありがとうございました。失礼いたします。